All right, I think we might have a clear minute. Like, I come out here to do this intro today to the video, and the wind is trying to blow at like freaking 20 miles an hour. There it goes again. Get down here and try to hide and see. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting adventure on Mullis's Outside again. There goes the wind again. We went out looking for one thing, which was mainly crappie, and we wound up catching kind of a variety of between bass and crappie. It was just one of those days you never knew if you was going to throw a crappie lure and catch a bass, or a bass lure and, you know, catch a crappie or something like that. Either way, it was a blast, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Let's go ahead and cut to the video. Creek is absolutely beautiful back here today. How pretty them levels are. Creek's nice and clear and pretty. Pretty as it can be. You can hear old train in the distance. Train, train to go down. I remember before that big old tree right there fell across there. Like used to, we would throw as far as we possibly could down through there and just get the whole run of this creek. It was pretty awesome. Once again, I'm just doing the old fan cast, just working her around the edge. Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah, got him. Oh yeah, I tried to take it out of my hands. Woo, yeah, that feels like an old bass the way he's running. Yeah, what is it? Oh yeah, make that drag sing. Oh, it's a big old pick on that thing. Look at him. That's a pick daddy right there now. That, my friend, is a pick daddy. Come on up here, Mr. Snaggletooth. Let's get you on up here onto the land. Woo, have to get our fish grippers out on that big old mouth. And you let it go early. No, my friend. Let's see that big old pretty mouth you got. Thank you for unhooking yourself, though. I really appreciate that part. Oh, look at that big old mean joker. Look at that big old pick daddy right there. That joker is huge. Look at him. Look how long he is. Good Lord, what a big old pick daddy. Man. Ooh, he is a feisty one, too. Look at all them big old teethuses right there in that mouth. That joker right there will eat you up. He's a pretty one though. Love a big old pickerel. He'd be a good eating pickerel. Settle down, brother. I'm just put you back, and thank you for the fight, man. That was amazing. That was amazingly, awesomely amazing. Well, if you'll let it go, I'm letting you go. Go ahead. Thank you, sir. Enjoy life, brother. See, he's just sitting there. He's like, what just happened? You know what? I'm fist to go eat something. I'm fist to get out of here, and I'm fist to go find something else to eat. Oh yeah, man, I will take some good fighting pickerel like that all day long, son. He put some drag screaming on that reel. I love it. I love the way they hit that thing and just tore it. I thought he was a bass to start with, the way he hit it and just tore out, but man, did you see the mouth on that thing? I probably could have stuck my whole fist in that mouth. It was so big. Anyway, let's put back in here and see if we can get us a nuttin'. Yeah. Man, I love catching them things. They are so cool, and they pull so good. I know a lot of people don't like pickerel, but them jokers is my buddies, man. Especially a big old pick daddy like that one. He was so fun. And from there on, we headed out to Captain Noah's out there, and we're gonna try to do some crappie fishing, but we basically just fishing for anything that will bite.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Get him out of there.
Oh, he's got me all up in that mess. Don't think it's a crappie, man. This is a crappie. This is crappie zilla. This has got to be a bass. I told you it's got to be a big old bass. I figured it had to be a big old bass. Let's see, if this dude's a crappie, it is like crappie zilla. On a crappie, I figured they bite pretty much bass, crappie, all that mess and bite one of these things. Look at this big old guy right here on that crappie jig. He just couldn't stand it. Oh, let's get him on up here. Come on, big guy. I got you. Let's give it up. Let me get you. Yeah. Look at that.
Look at the colors on him.
I know, what a pretty fish. Had him hooked right there perfect in the edge of the mouth. Old tough mouth. Try to grab my pliers. Let me get my pliers. Old mouth so tough. when he hit it, I was like, oh yeah, that's a crappie. And then when he dove, I was like, no man, that ain't no crappie. That's way too heavy to be a crappie.
Was he on the deeper part?
No, he was right on the other side of that limb right there.
Okay.
Look what a big old pretty bass. Big old pretty bass. I'd say he's probably about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds. What you think, guesstimating?
1.5, 2 pounder.
That's what it looks like to me. Look how pretty he is. Pretty fish. Later, buddy. All right, that's a heck of a good way to start out the day. Yeet, yeet. Look at him on that weird jig. Well, we both said, looked at it and was like, yep, that's gonna catch something today. You know it is. That's a nice one, dude. Look at that thing right there. I like it. Little mop.
All it is a jig skirt.
Little mop jig. That big old joker right there, Noah's got.
Slab, dude.
Big old huge slab. Nice. I thought you was gonna keep some for your mom.
Eh.
Might be breaking out a jig because ain't nothing really hitting this minnow, which is crazy. Figured something be wanting to bust this minnow. That was a super nice one. Get him, Noah. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe like you.
That's a big one.
Jigs is what they want today, man.
A giant crappie right here.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's a beast. I'm gonna get the measuring stick out for that one. Oh man, look at him. Let's hopefully he don't get away. Look at that thing. Let's get the old measuring stick out here. Put him in the measuring stick. Look at that thing. I guarantee you he's probably bigger than the measuring stick is. As a matter of fact, we might have to weigh him just for the heck of it. Look at that thing. Look how big of a crappie that is. God almighty knows. Look what a big old thing.
The best part about it, I found him on live scope.
Look at that right there. Stick him in. Stick him in there. Let's measure him, see how big he is. This thing goes up to 12 inches on this measuring stick. That fish is probably, I'd say at least with that tail pinch, that's 13, what you say, 13 inches if not better?
Yep.
Look at that. That big old joker right there. Like 13 inches or better. Let's see. Let's see if I can get him by the lips before he gets out of here. Before he leaves us, I want to see about how, guesstimate how much he weighs. Look at that big old huge thing. Oh my God, just guesstimating. That's got to be at least close to probably a pound. Huge.
Sure there's a school of them, right?
You want to keep this and just chunk him back?
You can chunk them. I got a feeling I'm about to catch another one.
Okay, good. Later, girl. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
A donk right
That's a
there.
big old, that's right. That's a big old freaking pond donkey right there. I can't believe ain't nothing touched this minnow yet. That's Noah done put 2 of them in the boat with that jig. I ain't even had a nibble on this minnow yet. Where I'm even like working the minnow.
I can see a few back out there. I'm pretty much almost in. I'm right about there.
Oh, they are not in love with this minnow today whatsoever. On the crappie jig, then caught another bass. A pretty one right there. Very nice. Crappie jig bassin'. Nice. Yeah.
What a stud.
I know, right? Especially off my crappie jig. And they love these things. And at this point in the video, we have both just went back to using crappie jigs because they weren't hitting anything on the minnows. I had tried to flip that minnow around just about everywhere, and they were hitting on nothing as far as those minnows. So I went back to the crappie jig. Noah's flipping the crappie jig, and like I said, we were throwing everything that we possibly could at them to try to find something. And we were throwing at every one of these stumps, twigs, down logs, everything we could, just pitching up to the shore up here to try to see if the crappie were still out deep or if they started moving up on the closer to the bank yet, because this was still kind of a little bit earlier in the season when the water was still a little bit cold. I think the water at this point was still like around 58, 60 degrees, but we're still just trying to locate them out here then. I had a feeling there'd be something up there around them logs up there. Look at him. Beautiful.
On the chatterbait.
On the chatter. On the $1.50 chatter. The clearance chatter.
The best kind of chatter.
Look at that. Yeah. About half a pound. See you, buddy. Woo, man, he shot out like a bolt of lightning. Yeah, I saw him when he came off that log. I was like, as skinny as he was, I thought pickerel. And then when I saw his profile, I was like, oh, it is a bass. I'll be dang. Because I was honestly sitting there thinking, I was like, maybe I need to throw a crappie jig over there and see if there's some old crappie sitting around them stumps. It looks like a place they'd be hanging. Bam!
It does drop off right here a little bit, and there is some fish in front of us, but I'm willing to bet that they're bluegill or something.
Gotcha. How far do you go back in that creek back there?
I made it all the way to where you can't go anymore.
Does it get so shallow the boat just won't go up in there? Could you get up in there with a yak?
It's so thick, and the creek that enters this is a lot smaller.
Gotcha.
You might be able to get in there with a yak, but you won't get far.
Gotcha. I didn't know. I thought about that on the way out here. I was like, I wonder how far you can get back up in the creek that feeds this thing with a yak. Because I know you can't get the other way because the spillway over there, unless you drug it across the spillway and put in up in there somewhere.
Right.
But you're looking at that culvert that we're fishing. It looks like somewhere where you could probably take a yak under and through that culvert and just keep on going down through whoever's land that is right there.
Yeah.
All right. As y'all can see, it went from bass to crappie, you know, catching bass on crappie lures, catching crappie on bass lures. You never know what you're gonna do when you go out fishing a lot of times, but it's always a blast, and we had such a good time doing it. Thank y'all all so much for coming out on another exciting episode of Mullis Outside again. If you like what you see, stick around, like and subscribe. I got a bunch of really cool videos coming out here real soon, and I hope y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all next time.